38, amending bylaws. Oh, I have an old, do I have an old version?
It's inadvertently included.
Oh.
The pen is not there.
Okay, so am I correct? We're now up to resolution 16-1138, amending bylaws?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So we discussed postponing that?
In light of our discussions this morning regarding the delegation of authority to the executive director, it appears that there are some other statements that we might want to include in the bylaws, and so I would recommend that we wait to take action on this item.
Okay. Do we have
Yep, that's fine with me.
Yep, we all are in agreement. Wonderful. So, moving on, item number 11, public comment session. Would anyone like to give?
What happened to the IFC on?
No, that was a mistake, that's what we were talking about, it should have been included.
Oh, the mortgage.
That was at the last commission.
Yep.
Okay.
And so, hearing no interest for public comments, item number 12, items not on the agenda.
I just wanted to give an update on, there has been some movement to start a North Olympic Legislative Alliance that would include stakeholders from Clallam County, and we're trying to form the first, form a steering committee to give a date. The Peninsula College has offered to host it, and so hopefully we'll be getting invitations out for that event in the next week or two. We're still trying to form the steering committee for that, but the goal of it is kind of like what we were talking with a little bit about the coalition of governments, but this is just mostly going to be focused on what uniform legislative asks do we want to move forward to our legislator as a community as a whole in this from Clallam County.
Okay. So, but North Olympic doesn't include Jefferson then?
Nope.
Okay.
And that's a tentative name. The steering committee can come up with that once. For lack of a better name, we use that until someone can figure it out. It's getting momentum from the chamber, but the chamber is not necessarily wanting to be the one that drives this. They're kind of wanting it to be a steering committee of multiple organizations that drive this, not just one particular entity.
So they're including the other cities?
Yes. All the cities will be invited, the tribes, the counties, the county, the port, and some of the larger business employers will be invited. And then we'll have a very small subset of that will be the steering committee to kind of get the logistics figured out of it.
Okay. Thank you. Do you have anything, Commissioner Beauvais?
I don't.
I do have one item, Commissioners. In a previous work session, we had discussed having a 90-day review of the executive director and the performance, and then talking about the performance evaluation going forward. I would prefer, and I propose that we delay that a bit, because we're taking I think having the decisions made about our budget and our, we're making little tweaks on our strategic plan, allowing some time for that to occur first, and then establish, okay, what are the objectives we have that we want to use to measure going forward. And so, I don't know exactly what point after the budget, maybe after we have the operational budget pretty much signed off, then at that point we can sit down and talk about what the objectives and performance measures will be.
Well, my understanding was that Karen was going to present to us at 90 days her plan, and so I'd like to get Karen's input on. Do you need more time, or do you have enough time, or?
I think I think more time would be helpful. I think one of the things with going through the, still needing to do some work on the organizational, structure to work with the commission on, and getting through the strategic plan piece. I feel like much of my performance will be based on what we set as the priorities of the strategic plan and what can we really accomplish in 2017. So I think once we have that framework identified, then I think it's easier to put the plan in place.
Okay.
So sometime after the operational budget then is completed, not the entire thing signed off, but once we have a good idea of that plan. And I don't think it'll be just 2017, I think it should be to the point where you were hired as, executive director, so it'll be a 1-year period from that point.
But the plan may be longer than a year.
Well, her plan
Yeah.
will be,
Right.
but our performance, measurements and objectives for her annual performance evaluation.
Okay.
Yeah.
It will help me to have clarity on, there's many things the court can do, and even with putting together the strategic plan, it's gonna happen over multiple years, but the key focus for the next year, so that I can ensure that I have clarity on that.
Great. Okay, if there are no other topics that the commissioners wanna bring up, or, Karen, anything you wanna bring up at this point, I'll move to item number 30, regular meeting.